following podcast is being brought to you by the Defy Life Podcast Network.
Maybe we can still heal you.
Why? So you can just lock me up? No. Just bury me in the ocean with my ancestors that jumped from the ships. Because they knew death was better than bondage.
Oh, you think darkness is your ally? You merely adopted the dark. I was born in it, molded by it. I didn't see the light until I was already a man. By then it was nothing to me but blight. The shadows betray you because they belong to me.
In the hell do you think you are?
Okay, it's not working out. I'm gonna need the suit back.
For how long?
Forever. Yeah, let's
No,
have it.
please.
Let's have it.
You don't understand. This is all I have. I'm nothing without this suit.
If you're nothing without this suit, then you shouldn't have it. Okay?
So Oz, this week we will be discussing The Boys, the Amazon Prime hit TV show. I think it's gotten critical love all over the place. And, you know, this topic came about because I was approached by one of our Defy Life family members, the one and only best intro in the game, Money, from the Defy Life and Fantasy Beast podcast.
Absolutely.
You know, Money said, you know, if you guys are going to do something, I'd love to chop it up about it. I dropped that little teaser last week, and another one of our favorite guests, West Coast Jay from the Defy Life podcast, was like, well, I definitely went in on that too. So Oz, before we get to our guest, we got a double whammy today. Are you prepared for that?
No, I'm not, man. As I said earlier, and I'll say it again just for the record. Holy shit! Kind of double blessed here, man. So I'm excited because for one, I'm excited just to get West Coast Jay's like his usual awesome take and opinion on things. And man, Money, your perspective on things, dude. I'm very excited to start chopping up The Boys and everything else. Let's get into it. Let's go.
So first, let's get to our guest, Money from the Defy Life and the Fantasy Beast podcast. Money, what's going on?
Yo. You already know, man. The real is back. You know, it's not 2 for Tuesday, but we're going to get it anyway. How are you guys?
Hey,
doing good.
Hey, best intro in the game, by the way. Hey, best intro in the game. I just want to throw that out there.
Hey, I appreciate that, brother. I appreciate that.
I'm just saying, man, you know. And then we got our other guest, West Coast Jay. West Coast, what's going on?
Man, you already know. I'm over here cooling out like a fan in the breeze, holding on like a hubcap in the fast lane. It's the immortal Macho Man Vandal Savage is back, ladies and gentlemen.
And Vandal Savage, by the way, everybody's favorite guest, by the way. So yeah, always, man. You guys, this is gonna be good. Hey, Money, West Coast Jay, I apologize for Scott being on here, but we're gonna have a good show anyway, though.
Oh man, I'm definitely here to have a good time. I just want to say on behalf of Defy Life, I appreciate you guys having me on. You also have our other co-host, West Coast Jay. It's always good to be able to chop it up with him. And, you know, I'm always honored to be able to get on the show. So I definitely appreciate the invite, and I know we're gonna have a good time tonight.
Hey, so Money, let me ask you,
good, man?
Money, let me ask you real quick before we get going. This is the first time you've been on while Fantasy Beast has been live, right?
Yeah, it's my first time being on since Fantasy Beast.
Oh, so you repping 2 shows. My bad. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt you on West Coast. Go ahead.
Oh, nah, you good. You good. You know, plug us out. We, you know, Fantasy Beast, that's our fantasy football show, hosted by myself, Thomas, Falcons Trade, Jermaine, We got a really good show. We dropped one on Tuesday, I believe, and we're just trying to bring good fantasy content to the people. So we hope you guys check it out. We enjoy what you hear. I'm also the network's like daily fantasy expert. I win a pretty good amount every year playing daily fantasy. So hopefully I can continue that streak this year. And I'll be dropping some nuggets on who to play, who to sit, so on and so forth all season. So check us out, Fantasy Beast, Defy Life.
I need that. I play FanDuel, so I need that.
Yo, hit me up. I play FanDuel like every other day.
When we mention Fantasy Beast, I don't want Uncle Oz to get confused. This is not like a game or anything. This is football.
This is cryptozoology, sort of like Fantasy Beast, sort of like unicorns,
right?
And like the Kraken and that kind of thing, right?
Right.
Almost.
Yeah.
Because there was a football player by the name of Greg Hardy whose nickname was the Kraken.
Oh, touche.
We dropping nuggets.
Yeah, okay.
We must release the Kraken.
Okay.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
Touche.
The Kraken is currently cracking people in the UFC. That's actually what's happening.
Yes, he is.
What the?
Crossover athlete right there.
See?
Dude, okay, man.
Sports ball, Ozzy. Sports ball.
I'm going to tell you like this. I will promise you, all three of you, y'all ain't going to make me start watching sports again, dude. Nope. Won't do it.
Oh, man. A couple weeks ago it was wrestling. This week it's going to be football. This is great.
It's okay.
No, but this week we are going to talk about The Boys. So non-spoiler like we like to do at the beginning before I set the table and whatnot. I'm going to ask our guests first, Money and West Coast. Money, I'll start with you. What are you giving The Boys on our Take a Knee for Marvel vs. DC scale? Iris West being the top, MGK being the second, the Jar Jar Binks being after that, and then that lowly Guardian spot at the bottom.
Let me just say, man, I didn't start watching The Boys until this past week, and I kept seeing little, somebody would talk about it on social media or Facebook or whatever, and I was like, man, people are saying this show is really good, and I really want to check it out. Not really sure if I have time, but so, and then I went to the site that I usually go to when I want to see, how good a show is, and I went to IMDb.
Yep.
And it had the show rated at like a 9.2 or 3 out of 10, and I was like, holy shit! I've never seen the show rated that highly. Like, I think Game of Thrones has like a 9.1, so I was I was like, yo, that shit must be good as hell. So I was like, I stopped what I'm doing, and I watched the first episode, and in the first like 6 minutes of the show, I was fucking hooked. So on the Take a Knee scale, I gotta give it the Iris West, man.
Wow.
Easily.
Yeah.
Easily. I wish I could put some stank on it with an add an Infinity Gauntlet or something to it. Like,
you can if you want to. Go ahead.
Hey, I gotta take it off the charts, man. I gotta take it. You guys know I like dark. I like my comments dark.
Yeah.
So, and West, not West Coast, my bad. And regular, you and I kind of chopped it up to see what other dark shows were out there.
Yep.
After I watched Titans, and I was like, yo, like I gotta get something. And then lo and behold, here comes The Boys, and I was like, wow, that's crazy. So we plugged it on the Defy Life podcast this week. So we're gonna have the whole network watching it. It's crazy.
No, it's worth the money. It's good, right?
West Coast.
No, it's not. It's better than good, man. It's amazing.
West Coast, what are you giving it?
That would be simple and plain. That's an Iris West with an Infinity Gauntlet on one hand and holding Mjolnir in the other hand, because this show is worthy.
Get him, West Coast.
Wow, a lot of Iris West love.
Worthy.
Absolutely.
Hey, West Coast, like Money did, break it down, dude. Yeah, break it down for us.
Man, so I was watching Good Omens a couple of months ago, and it just popped up as a trailer.
Yeah.
And so I was sitting there watching the trailer like, ha, dude looks like Superman. That's funny. And then, ha, that chick looks like Wonder. Wait a minute. Are they? I have to see this when it comes out. So the show itself, much like Money said, exactly 6 minutes in, I already knew where I was going to be for the next 8 to 12 hours of my life.
Absolutely, man.
So 6 minutes into the show, I was staring at the TV like, there's no way that just happened. There is no way that just happened. And sure enough, like 9 hours later, by the end of it, I was sitting there going, there's no way that just happened. There is no way that just happened. Like in the middle of it, I'm texting Scott like, dude, The Boys, you know about this?
That's pretty much exactly how it went too.
About that. Yeah, he's like, buddy already hit me up. We talking about it on Thursday. I'm like, dude, can I be down? Like, this might be the most amazing thing I've ever seen. My dad called me out the blue yesterday like, what you know about The Boys? I'm like, dude.
No. Oh, stop, dude. Whatever, man. Are you serious?
Man, like, not a joke. Like, West Coast Pops. Shout out Chemo from the Scope. But West Coast Pops hit me up. We was on the phone for a good solid 2 hours just talking about The Boys. And he was only at episode 4 at the time.
Oh.
It is like that. It is definitely like that.
Like that.
Uncle Oz, what are you giving it?
Okay, kids, get ready. We're going to take a little trip to Mars real quick. It's a short trip, so whatever you need to do, get your bags ready. Man, I've been a fan of The Boys comic book. So I don't know if you boys know about The Boys comic. Very dark British humor, and it's fucked up. And from the first 6 pages of Into the Boys, I was like, oh man, this dude is just saying, fuck you, Justice League. You know? And the show, I will say, I want to I should get the names right, but the cat that plays the Badly, he also plays Leonard Nimoy. He played Judge Dredd. He's making his own mark too, man. He's awesome.
Carl Urban.
He's awesome, and that. Oh, sorry. What is his name? Oh, it's
I just said it.
Say it again.
Carl Urban.
You're amazing for one time. Carl Urban. Yeah, he's making his mark and stuff, man. He's leaving a little footprint.
He's a Trekkie.
Leave a little footprint.
He's a Trekkie.
Well, man, dude, and I'm not even saying this for the Trekkie part, but he's a Trekkie, dude.
He's a Trekkie.
But look, West Coast Jam Money. The last 2 minutes of the end of the season, you're just like, oh,
right.
Damn.
I was looking at it the same way. I was looking at the first 6 minutes.
Man, dude, oh man. And I want to also say this, we can get into the whole rest of our show and stuff, but hey man, shout out to Elizabeth Shue. I feel like
shout out to Elizabeth Shue.
She's so smart about what she picks. She's fucking beautiful.
She's still gorgeous.
Oh my god! And you saw, and spoilers. You saw
no spoilers. This is the non-spoiler part.
This is the
non-spoiler
part. You saw how she.
Well, don't give anything away, Oz. Non-spoiler.
Regular Scott, respect to, but you saw her interactions with all of those cats, dude. And she's just a person. She's just like, dude, this is a business. She's awesome, man. She's so good, and I think the casting. I personally didn't have. We can break it down later, but I didn't have an issue with any of the casting. It was
spot on.
It was on some cool stuff, man. And if we were in that world, we'd all be like, hey, man, I need to get a pair of those shoes.
Hey, Oz. Oz. I just wanted to know your ranking. I just wanted to know your ranking.
Oh, yeah. Oh, the ranking.
Yeah, that's all I wanted.
Right, Scott, you want to know if I like donuts? I love donuts.
Yeah, right. That's all I wanted.
Those donuts.
Hey, man, I'm going to tell you like this. Iris West, Infinity Gauntlet, and she is straight up burning Mira's wig, and she beat the shit out of Jar Jar Binks. So,
awesome.
And Guardian's scared of her, by the way.
Okay.
Guardian won't even look her in the eye. That's what I'm leaving it as.
All right, and I'll just round it out. That's going to be 4 Iris West. A lot of Iris West being played right now. But before we get too deep into it, because I mean we were already pretty deep into it, allow me to set the table. This is Take a Knee for Marvel vs. DC. I am your host, Regular Scott. I am here with my co-host, the comic connoisseur who loves donuts, the mighty Ozzy Killmonger. Oz, what's going on?
What is up, good people?
And then we got from the Fantasy Beast and the Fi Life podcast. First up, we got Money.
Yo.
Yeah.
Man. It's 2 for Tuesday. The Real is back. You already know. Yo, I'm also on Speak the Truth, the Power podcast. But, you know, that doesn't drop until the 17th, 18th, maybe.
Plug it away.
So we got a lot of great stuff coming out. I'm sitting here right now in my if you're not rocking with the Fi Life t-shirt, which is exclusive. Yeah. yeah, y'all.
I love the gear. Hey man, hey. I was just telling Regular Scott, man, the gear is good.
Yeah, man. Check us out, man. Please keep support. The network is strong, man. We're bringing on another show this month. We got a lot of good things going on, man. Continue to support Take a Knee. It's a great show, dope show. These two hosts will work hard. Appreciate everything you do. And like I said, I love and I'm always honored when I get to be on the same show with you guys.
That's kind words. And we also got from the Defy Life podcast, the former, I know that stings a little bit, the former Battleground champion, West Coast Jay.
Ooh.
Vandal Savage, sir. Vandal Savage.
The immortal Macho Man Vandal Savage in the building. Former, yeah. I mean, but it's kind of like a good old fashioned W. Like I got jumped by the 4 Horsemen, and
right. There was 2 of them, right? Handicap match.
Like 2 of the Horsemen called me getting out the limo. So
West Coast Jay, you were just trying to do an interview and then bum rushed you behind.
I got hit with a chair out the blue.
Exactly, bro.
You know what I'm saying? Bottles was flying, and I'm trying to figure out who that dude was that was over in the corner. Like all kind of everything went wrong, but you know, either way it goes, Battleground is still Battleground. I had more fun in the booth.
True that.
So, you know, it worked itself out. I would like the regulatory. I feel like you should just fire some shots just to fire them.
Okay. There's a couple shots.
Because it's already been a couple of shots taken. I snuck one in so clean that I'm gonna just go ahead and repeat because it was hilarious to me.
Okay. All right.
When he said, hey, Money in West Coast, man, it's about to be a great show despite Regular Scott.
There it is.
I was like, oh, shots fired for nothing. I love this thing.
There it is. That's how he been doing me, man. He been doing me dirty since I've had a wrestling conversation on here.
Well, I mean, in his defense,
hold on.
you did him dirty for that.
Yo, hey, Regular Scott, I'm sorry. I'm not trying to cut you off, West Coast, but that was not a conversation. That, sir, was like that was like a novel. That was reading War and Peace between two. That was like 2 people speaking a foreign language, and I'm just going, hey, I'm just trying to find where the bathroom is and where a hotel is, and y'all ain't trying to tell me anything, man.
We just took a page out of your book, and you didn't like it. Shots fired.
Oz retiled his bathroom. Like he retiled his bathroom in the background. He laid some siding. Like it was a couple of organic gardens planted.
Well, West Coast Jay, I literally turned coal into diamond.
I'm saying, like you had a bunch going on, and then the funny part. Shout out to JD and then the rest of them over there too. The
Superhero Speak.
But I listened at Superhero Speaks. When I listened to their show, JD was like, "Yeah, it kind of went off the rail."
yes, dude. Yes.
Now listen, if you want to hear the episode that they're referring to, you can check that episode, Fantasy Beast, the Fi Life podcast, and Speak the Truth, all on godefilife.com. And then you can also find us anywhere you download your podcast, iTunes, Spreaker, iHeartRadio, Spotify, any and everywhere you get your podcast. You can find all of these different shows and so much more. Go to Defy Life. Like Money was talking about gear. We got backpacks. You know it's time to go back to school. We got pretty much anything you could think of. So go check us out. There will be something there for everybody. I promise you that.
Yeah.
All right.
Sure.
You guys ready to do some news tidbits?
Oh yeah, let's get into it.
All right, here we go. I asked you three to watch the Titans season 2 trailer. Money, I know you have that very fresh in your mind.
Do you remember? Are you talking about Remember the Titans or?
Oh, stop it!
So stop.
Oh, stop it!
West Coast.
Red Scott Money said, just stop, dude. Just stop.
He was like, all right, dude, cut it out. West Coast, what you got? What you think about the Titans season 2 trailer?
Well, Titan season 1 already had me. They had me pretty much at hello. It legitimately gave me enough of respect for Dick Grayson to come on this show and not talk about Dick Grayson the same way I talk about Arrow.
Exactly.
So, like, that's a huge win for you, Regular Scott.
Right.
Like, just immediately, that's a huge win.
Shout out to
Black
Bees for the intervention.
Right. Black Starfire still might be one of my favorite things.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Like, the more I stop and think about it and rewatch all the et cetera, it's like she might be one of my favorite things.
Okay.
She's tough, dude. She's tough.
Just overall in general. But anywho, the trailer, the two things that stood out to me in the trailer, two things. Crypto?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Let me find out Crypto the Superdog is in this.
Yeah.
Let me find out. I'm going to see Crypto the Superdog. That's going to make me laugh with all of my soul. And second, why does Deathstroke look so cold?
God, dude.
Look like a killer.
So good.
Look like a real bounty hunter.
Good.
Yeah. Why does he look so cold?
Money, what are your thoughts on Titans season 2?
Yo, I saw, you guys already know. Well, maybe actually they don't know, but I feel very strongly about Titans.
Yes.
And once again, that's another conversation you and I had regular about Titans, and once again, I love the darkness. I love it's such a well-made show. The trailer was the first part of the trailer kind of takes you through a recap of season 1. If you watch season 1, if you haven't, get out there and check it out. But it kind of takes you through a quick recap, and season 2 kind of gives you some quick snippets of like the trailer of like flashes of like who's gonna be in it, introducing new characters, new fights, new enemies. I want to know what happened to Dick Grayson. Have we lost faith in him? Has the team lost faith in him? Is he evil? Is he good? I thought I saw the emblem of Cal, the House of L. I thought I saw the House of L emblem.
Come
on the joint.
Come on.
I'm so stoked. I can't wait to check it out. I know we probably have a few months to wait, but I'm excited, man. Shout out, man, to the Amazon team, for their broadcasting abilities right now. It's another one of my favorite shows that they have called Hannah. I don't know if you guys got to check out.
Yeah, man, come
Hannah's
on.
dope.
The Titan Hannah and now the boys and the Tom Clancy show, like they have some strong shows.
Oh yeah.
I don't want to steal everybody's thunder, but I'm very, very excited. That's what I thought about the trailer. It was a very quick teaser, but it made me very excited for the next season.
Oz.
Man, so like I saw the trailer a bit ago, and I started as Money said, you get the first half is the covers the first season, which was incredible. Which, as West Coast Jay and as I will repeat to regular Scott say, the only saving grace for Dick Grayson You know, the only reason you can be like, yeah, you're a badass, because every other thing you're like, oh, okay. So, you know, you see tidbits of everything. And for me, when I saw Deathstroke in Justice League, I was like, wow. Compared to the Deathstroke that I saw a teaser for Titans 2, Deathstroke on Justice League, I was like, that's an awesome cosplay, cosplay, you know?
Yeah.
That's really cool cosplay. Man, so once again, we have this whole thing about DC Universe pumping out really cool stuff, and then everybody's going, what's going to happen with DC Universe? Because, man, Titans 2, I'm in for the ride. I am in for the ride. I got Crypto, as West Coast Jay said, don't let me see that dog have any sort of heat vision with his eyes.
Let me find out that dog can fly, bro. That's all I'm saying. Let me find out.
West Coast Jay, if that dog can fly and has heat vision, I'm out. I'm so done, dude. That's it, you know? Yeah, man, I'm ready for it, man. You get Aqualad in here. By the way, if you saw Deathstroke and it's Titans, you will be getting Terra, man. You will be getting the Terra soon. Things are in. I'm in for the ride, man. What you got to say, Brother Scott?
Well, as I've reported on one of our earlier episodes when we did some news tidbits, there is a Terra. So I'm pretty confident we'll be getting a Judas contract in some form. A couple of little things I also noticed about the trailer. Raven has her
jewel.
She has her jewel.
She looks so good in that too, man.
Yeah.
She looks so good.
She does.
So does that mean we get a Trigon sighting? Like, is there going to be a Trigon sighting?
Trigon's there, so I wonder if they're going to entrap him into that jewel, and that's why she's carrying it around. I mean, because I wonder what reason she has it now all of a sudden, because I'm sure she's not doing it for a fashion statement.
And well, speaking of fashion, I want to be shallow for one hot second. I apologize. I try and be an elevated man.
Here we go.
I was so scared a little bit going, oh, man, she's going to be older. What's she going to look like for the next season? When I saw that jewel in her, I was like, holy shit, she looks great. She looks great. Like it's like I feel like the Titans are starting to look and be the Titans that I'm used to seeing, like from the run of like George Perez and that kind of thing, you know. It's cool. I don't know. I need to figure out more about who's behind it because they're doing good things, man. They're doing good things.
So,
we saw Batman too.
I was actually about to speak on that. Speaking of, I did a Twitter poll on Titans. Check us out at taking knee for Marvel vs. DC on Twitter. You can follow us. I do Twitter polls, drop news. And the question was, which new character from Titans are you most excited about seeing? And with the 100 votes cast, who do you guys think came number one? The four choices are Aqualad, Superboy, Bruce Wayne, or Deathstroke.
Money, West Coast Jay, please.
Bruce Wayne should have won. When I voted, I know who I voted for, and I know who was winning. So,
hey, West
Bruce
Coast.
Wayne should have won.
West Coast, you know what? The thing is, it's crazy you're more active on our social media than our co-host is. Because he didn't even know we had a poll up.
I knew it. I was just going, let him say it. It's coming. Here it comes, dude.
Shots,
it's okay.
Shots I believe, are fired.
Shots, I believe, were just fired.
Shots to vodka. Come on, keep drinking.
Come on, dude.
I'll drink to that. Shoots.
Shots, then. Let's do it.
Hey, shots.
I'm with it.
Money.
You guys hear my throat gulping? That is me on the vodka.
Shots. Shots have
I
been
went with the
fired
rum
and
technique
taken.
for you, Oz. I went with the rum for you.
Yes.
I just finished my bottle of water.
Regular.
I told you after the break, I'll have me a nice alcoholic beverage to join you.
Wow, regular water. Okay,
regular
cool.
water for regular Scott. Money. Who do you think won the poll?
Yep. Bruce Wayne.
Oz.
Oh, Bruce Wayne, man.
Bruce Wayne did win with 32%. Second place. Anyone want to take a guess? This one's probably a little harder.
Superboy.
Deathstroke.
Oh,
Money?
Yeah.
Superboy.
Superboy came in second with 28, Deathstroke 26, and Aqualad with a lone 14.
Yeah, that Aqualad's not surprising, man.
Well, I am kind of surprised,
Aqualad
but I
is like
wonder
the
if it would have been higher if it would have been Calder.
That's why I'm the real.
No, here we go. I don't want to talk about that right now, but anyway.
Well, that has nothing to do with anything. I'm just wondering if because he's more. I bet you more people probably know Calder than they know this Aqualad.
Well, see, I don't know because I feel like actually it's interesting because this Titans feels like it has so much more. It's so gritty that I feel the people who are invested in it either want to see some cool superhero grittiness or they know Titans and they were like, yeah, let's see what you're going to do with this.
True that.
This is not your Teen Titans Go show. So.
True that. One of my working theories I have for Titans, and I'd like to bounce this off you guys, is Deathstroke going to be the one who ends up killing Jason Todd in this universe?
Probably not.
Okay.
I don't think so.
Okay.
You too scared to say the Joker, dude?
Because first of all, Jason Todd's already in the show. He's already older than what he is when he dies in the comics.
Yeah.
So I think they're gonna do something different with him. He's obviously like a 17, 18, 19-year-old guy in the comics.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, in the show.
In the show,
yeah. In the comics, he's already deceased at this point. So they're gonna do something different. I just don't know what.
Okay. West Coast, what you think?
Nah, much like Money said, I spent a bunch of time. I don't know if you guys pay attention to the Defy Life podcast, but echoing what Money say.
I do.
I spent a bunch of time just going every time I go after Money, yeah, what he said. Jason Todd's he's too old.
Okay.
So then Deathstroke shouldn't. I don't think they're going to kill him off unless with Bruce Wayne we get the Joker as well, and there's no reason for that yet.
Yep. Yeah.
Right. I think they need him to do all types of fucked up shit to Robin, without doing it to the Robin that we know and love at the start of the show.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
That's fair.
Yeah. It does make sense.
That's fair. And money. That makes perfect sense because I feel like that this season 2 is a perfect segue to kill the old Robin and make him Nightwing, but we still get Robin as in Jason Todd.
Yep. Yep.
Right.
Because Dick still wants to mentor Jason, but Jason still he's like, as he said, he's like, dude, you don't love this gig? This is awesome.
Right.
Go ahead.
He's still got the mentality of the 12, 13-year-old Jason Todd, but I see what they did. I kind of admire it. It's a little bit different, and we've talked before about being able to maneuver and kind of deviate from the comics a little bit and still have people love it. So I think they're doing that, and I like it. I appreciate it.
Yeah, and just the fact that we're gonna see Bruce Wayne. Oh man, it's But then I also wonder. I was like, man, are we going to see Alfred too? But it's fine,
Well, we heard we heard him talking to Alfred.
Yeah,
and we kind of saw elements of the Bat in season 1. So it's gonna be, man. I think they've set it up beautifully. For us to give us everything that we want.
Yeah, it definitely seems to be going much more comic booky here in this second season, which I'm all for, especially if they keep the darker, grittier feel to it. I'm looking forward to Wonder Girl. I think Donna Troy is going to be a lot of fun. She looks great.
God.
Yeah, she looks great. Yeah. Hawk and Dove are going to be fun. This is definitely, as a Dick Grayson guy myself, this is definitely a guilty pleasure.
Well, and
go ahead, Oz.
Go ahead.
No. Go ahead, please.
Well, I wanted to just I'm sorry, man. I got to do my interrupting, man. But hey, for season 1, I want to just get back to Dick Grayson actually being cool. So we talked about Donna Troy. Do you remember the episode where he's with her in the museum and he's by himself, and he's like talking to her friends, and he's like nerding the fuck out, dude. And they're like, "Who's this geek?" Not knowing that like he could literally kill them with one touch. You know, it's just that show. The Titans is awesome, man. It's a good show.
Yeah, it is a good show. I think we all agree that it's a very strong show. Sticking with the DC TV world, the big Crisis on Infinite Earths crossover is coming very soon, and there's been some pretty big news to come out of that. Now, Burt Ward, who was the original Robin in the old TV show, the old, I think it's
Adam West Burt Ward.
Yes, that old TV show. He was Robin. He played Dick Grayson. Kevin Conroy, who voiced Batman for years on the Batman animated series, still to this day the best Batman put to TV or film, has
played Batman more times than any other actor has, by the way.
And he has been cast as Bruce Wayne in the Crisis on Infinite Earths crossover. So with Burt Ward, Kevin Conroy cast as Batman and Robin, the year being 2019, Batman Beyond starts in the year 2019. And the CW is looking for a show to replace Arrow. I know they have Batwoman, but could we potentially be seeing the seeds planted for a Batman Beyond show with an older Bruce Wayne and Dick Grayson? Money, I'll start with you.
That's definitely possible.
Am I being too ambitious?
I don't know. That's tough. That's definitely possible. Once again, we've talked about this before, but DC TV does so much better than DC Cinema. I mean, they are killing it right now. Dude, I couldn't be more impressed. I couldn't be more happy with what I'm seeing on the television screen. Their shows are killing it. Even the shows that, because this stuff doesn't come on network cable, but these are strong shows. So I don't know. I can't call it. I'm just gonna, at this point, I'm not even gonna speculate because I just want to kind of see what they do. Because honestly, dude, I don't know. You know, that's ambitious, but it's possible.
Okay, West Coast. As someone who has been a part of interventions when it comes to the Arrowverse, what are your thoughts on this?
Yeah, the idea almost needs the regular Scott gives away $1 million segment.
Thank you.
Because that would be simple, but at the same time, because we don't, if it's set in 2019, we currently don't have the same technology that would be necessary for it.
Right.
But the idea is great. But since we are in the year that was supposed to begin, like we don't, you know, it's kind of like when we got to the years that Back to the Future was talking about. Everybody go, well, where's my flying car? Can I get a hoverboard? Yeah. Like that's about the same situation with Batman Beyond. We don't have the technology to make that cartoon, comic, etc. match.
Yeah.
So the idea is, it's a great idea. And even them getting the most known Batman voice, like whether or not anybody will admit it, to get the most known Batman voice.
Yeah.
To play Bruce Wayne, everybody is going to just be like, "Hey, I know that voice. That's really Batman."
Yeah.
Like in the back of their mind, psychologically, they will know that that's Batman. And then Burt Ward as old Dick Grayson, that's kind of genius.
It's kind of clever. It's clever, dude. It's clever. Genius. It's clever.
Hey, can I add one more layer on top of that?
Sure.
Mark Hamill is being rumored to portray the Joker.
Shut the hell up, dude.
I'm just telling you what is being.
I mean,
rumored.
if they're gonna go full fledged like that and just jump in, why not? You know, it'll be, and it's the Crisis on Infinite Earths anyway, so
you can do whatever you want. You know what I mean?
I
with
can
a crossover
legitimately
like that.
do anything.
Yeah, you could do anything you wanted with a crossover like that. It'll be 5 nights. The first 3 episodes will happen, and then the last 2, they're all going to be separate, though, which is something very different they will be doing.
I mean, isn't that how they normally do that crossover, though? Whenever they do their crossover, you have to watch, like, the first episode on Legends, the second episode on Arrow, the third episode on Flash, the fourth episode, you know what I mean?
Well, no, you're right about that, but this is going to go Supergirl, Batwoman, and Flash will be Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, December 8th, 9th, and 10th. And then the second part of this crossover comes January 14th and both January 14th is the next 2 parts of that crossover. So you have to wait 3 weeks.
No, that's my 40th birthday. I'm excited about that now.
Oh, that's what's
up. Shout out.
Yeah, shout out West Coast on the 40th. Hey, speaking of birthdays, I'm glad you said that.
Yeah.
Shout out to
real.
my man Money who just had a birthday himself. Huh?
Oh, man. What? Oh, happy birthday to ya.
Shout out to the kid. Shout out to the kid. I'm celebrating a birthday yesterday. Can y'all hear me? Am I on mute?
No, we can hear you.
We hear you, man. We hear you.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow. I'm not on mute. Shit. Yeah, shout out to me, the birthday boy. You know, send lots of fan mail to the kid. You know, we respond to it on the show. You know, it's my birthday, and we eating out here, so let's get it.
Clearly, you had a great birthday because you didn't forgot how to push mute.
Oh, right. Hey, my guy! I thought I was muted, but the crazy part is I was still talking like I wasn't.
Yeah, I know. Because you responded like you
had
weren't.
a great birthday.
Yeah, right.
Money said, "I'm going to get me some ice cream and some Oreo cookies right now." No one will ever know.
That's right. Nobody will ever know, man. My bad.
Hey, so regular Scott, can I?
It's tequila, man. It's got me. It's the tequila.
Oh, well, hello.
Tequila and vodka? Oh, yeah. You had one of them birthdays.
Can we? Yeah, let's call this the Get Down episode, man. Okay.
Oz, what were you about to say?
Oh, so hey, regular Scott, hey, can I just burst your bubble real quick?
I mean, you're gonna do it anyway. So.
Yeah, man. It's not that I get pleasure out of this, but I kind of get pleasure out of this. So look, dude, the Batman Beyond is brilliant and smart as usual, like you do. But they won't do that. They're going to introduce Kevin and Bert for Batwoman to cover why she said he left us. And they will introduce Bert first so everybody can get a little taste of the wow. And then you're going to get Kevin. That's how they're going to do it.
That makes sense.
That makes sense.
Okay.
I hope you're wrong.
I hope I'm wrong too, man. But it's an easy gateway drug to do all 3 of those guys: Mark, Kevin, Bert. And if they're gonna do something kind of crazy, just because it's CW and I don't trust Arrow too much, I feel like they might do some weirdo Kevin and Mark being buddies, being like, we used to fight, but now we haven't in a while. We're friends. That kind of bullshit. So just be prepared. Be prepared, everyone. Okay.
I am prepared.
And also introducing Black Lightning too is gonna be kind of nutty.
You keep bringing up Black Lightning, but nobody cares about Black Lightning being in this crossover.
Hey, Black Lightning's like, oh.
That's not true. I'm glad that he's finally getting included into the universe.
Inclusion.
Are you though, West Coast?
Like even though his show is awful.
West Coast Jay, his show is awful, but Black Lightning being included is sort of like going, okay, you can come sit at the table with us.
Big kid table.
You've earned it. Even though I'm leaving, everybody else is leaving, and your show's about to get canceled. Come on in, man.
He's probably gonna die during the crossover.
No, listen, man.
They can't kill him.
They won't kill him, but it's a simple thing. It's saying you can't have the chicken breast, but you can have the leg.
Right. Right.
Okay.
Right. You get this wing though.
All right. Don't think about the thigh, but just be cool with the wing. Okay?
Hey, look, I appreciate you guys being nice to Black Lightning, but let's keep it 100. Nobody really cares if he was going to be in it or not. I mean, if we're all just being honest, like.
I do care though, because he was the only one in the Arrowverse that was completely like
separate.
He was legitimately segregated.
Yeah.
So now, like, here we are.
He
We're
he
gonna
looking at
include
Diggle like,
Black
how
Lightning.
Diggle get in there? Can I get in there?
Right. Like, he was the dude outside the
Oh
window.
man, straight up, dude. They're like, yo, man, like elongated, man. Are you serious? You ain't gonna?
Real.
Okay, cool. You know,
Like, I mean, Bronze Tiger. They let Bronze Tiger in.
Right.
I can't come. Okay. All right.
but you saw my powers, right?
Put me in the
okay,
game, coach.
I got lightning. I can't. No. Okay.
All right, so I got 2 ones got to go. Which one do you guys want to do first? Do you want to do the Marvel one, or do you want to do the non-Marvel and DC one before the break?
Ooh.
Don't matter.
Okay.
Yep. Dealer's choice.
Dealer's choice. Yeah.
All right. Let's go with the non-Marvel and DC then. One of these 4 has to go. That means it has never been created. The comic was never created.
Gone forever.
Gone forever. The live action, the movie, the comic, everything is gone forever. Here are your 4 choices. Watchmen, The Boys,
Jeez.
Kick-Ass, and Hellboy.
What's wrong with you, dude?
I already know.
Did you
This
wake up
one's
early?
easy
You
right
woke up
there.
early this morning?
I already know which one I can live without.
Oh.
So let's start with our guest.
Regular Scott. Shall we start with money?
Yeah, let's start with money.
Yo, y'all might think I'm wilding for this, but shit, I can do without Hellboy.
I knew you were going to say Hellboy. Dude, as soon money, as soon as Scott said, I was like, okay. You were like, oh, I know which one I got.
Yeah, I can do without Hellboy. I'm not in love with him. I can go without him. I need the rest of that stuff though. Hellboy though, not so much.
You need the money. You need the boys.
I gotta have the boys.
Okay.
West Coast, what about you?
All right. For one of the rare times, I'm going to disagree with money.
Get him.
Mostly because I'm literally looking at a Hellboy figurine right now.
Thank you,
So
Mike Mignola.
All right. Hellboy's got to stay for me. Kick-Ass can go for me.
Oh.
Wow.
Man.
Kick-Ass is a cult classic.
It is, though.
Regular
I mean,
Scott.
I understand, but so is Hellboy.
True that.
Regular
Plus,
Scott.
Ron Perlman as Hellboy was
Great.
he's
The
Hellboy.
best.
Shouldn't have been
Respect.
changed.
Nope.
He should be
But
Hellboy.
since
Yeah.
it was,
Right.
Yeah, because the new Hellboy, spoiler alert, is the biggest turd ever.
That shit whack. Oh, spoiler alert. That shit whack, yo. Like,
Man.
is that really a spoiler or
That
just
ain't
a
even a
review?
spoiler.
Hey, you know what it is? That movie is a spoiler. It's just terrible. Oh man, I went and saw that, and I was like, after I left, I went to my local movie theater. I was like, any chance I can get my money back for this? Yeah, man. It was, oh man. And they said, no, go home and watch the Ron Perlman one. You'll be fine. I was like, cool, thank you. Yeah, man. It's just so bad. Selma Blair, Ron Perlman, perfect.
Right. We're good.
So we got one for Hellboy. We got Money saying Hellboy's gone. That means the comic's gone. West Coast Jay is saying Kick-Ass is gone. The classic movie.
Yeah.
That's gone. Hit Girl, who was, Hit Girl's
Now,
awesome.
Hit Girl was a G,
Hit Girl was a G.
A problem.
but the honest answer is like I could have that. Okay, like we get a spunky young girl. That's cool.
Hey, money, regular Scott. Hey, West Coast Jay said, we got Hannah, dude. We're cool.
That's what I'm saying. Like
True
it's
that.
spunky
Yo,
young girl.
I'm Gucci with Hannah. Yo, I'm Gucci with Hannah.
True that.
I'm Gucci with Hannah. When I saw
Spunky young
episode
girl.
1 and Shorty jumped up in the little imposters laughing like slit her throat, I was like, oh God, I'm hooked. I was like, that shit was crazy. I was in that shit was Hannah's so good. Yo, I got like my mom and my aunts and shit watching that show.
Shout out to Hannah.
Shout out to Hannah, yo.
Yeah, man.
Uncle Oz, what you
You
got?
know,
Man, they came out strong. Hey, look, I'm telling you like this, man. Watchmen ain't going nowhere. Without the Watchmen, you don't get your authority. You don't get the boys, by the way, because you don't get the human side of superpowered people. Watchmen stand, okay? The boys, we'll get back to that. I am going to say this. Kick-Ass is out, dude. Gone.
Told you.
Hey, listen, everybody, just hear me out. In regular Scott money, Kick-Ass being gone, the whole franchise ain't affecting shit. It ain't.
Not a damn thing.
And I'm saving it just to add for West Coast. Man, look, West Coast Jay. I used to read the Mike Mignola Hellboys, that was the right-handed Doom, all that stuff. Man, that cat, he's not just an artist and a writer. He's a historian too, man. He ain't going nowhere, man.
You will learn
Kick-Ass, I am kicking your ass with a steel toe. If you want to be environmentally friendly, it could be aluminum toe, but you're out.
Okay. I'll keep it short and sweet. I'm gonna go ahead and tie it up. Hellboy's gone for me.
What the
facts?
And listen, I actually have the right hand of Doom right here in front of me. It's good book, good graphic novel.
Wow.
I'm not as big on the Hellboy comic. The Ron Perlman movie is really good, but the last one left us out. The movies are really good, but the first one is way better than the other two, in my opinion.
First one was amazing.
Yeah. And the last Hellboy kind of left a sour taste in my mouth, just from people's reaction, which made me not even go see it. So, I can like that. That to me shows I can do without a Hellboy movie. Like I didn't even need to go see it, and yeah, I really enjoy Kick-Ass. Like that's a great
Lobster
movie,
Johnson
man.
Gone forever. Everybody's like, who's Lobster Johnson except for West Coast Jay? But
that's hilarious.
Yeah, man. It's a good story, man. But like, what does Kick-Ass hanging out, being around, enhance anything by?
Well, if I'm gonna be honest, I like Kick-Ass more for Hit Girl. If I'm gonna be honest,
right? But we got Hannah. Hey, we got our look, man.
And Big Daddy's great too.
Oh, well, that's great. But did you know that in the story that they haven't did yet is that Hannah and the girl from The Professional got together, started a club, and they took out Hit Girl, dude.
Well, they haven't
It's entirely possible.
They haven't got to that yet. This ain't no battleground.
I look at it like if I wanted to keep Kick-Ass, then like Mystery Men can replace Kick-Ass. Let's be honest.
Come on, that's so disrespectful.
If I just need wacky superheroes,
that's so disrespectful. Mystery Men?
Oh, come on, man.
Shots is being fired.
Yeah, dude, Mystery Men. Money. Tell this guy to stop being disrespectful.
He needs to stop. He needs to completely stop being disrespectful.
Right.
Hold on, wait. Money and regular Scott, you're going to leave West Coast Jay alone because what's the difference between Ben Stiller and Nicolas Cage?
Real talk.
So that. No.
Real talk.
Nicolas Cage is giving us serious movies.
I know.
Has he though?
Stop it.
Yeah, you come right. Come on, man.
A discussion about whether or not, if we're having a discussion about Nicolas Coppola's acting technique, I'm gonna have to give it an MGK.
Oh. Well, Ben Stiller's getting a Jar Jar Binks.
Is he though? Ben Stiller bled his own blood.
Okay. Well then, hey, regular Scott, I see you, and I'll give you Ghost Rider.
I you know what? As much as people I don't mind the first Ghost Rider.
Cool.
Right.
And people
I'll
confuse
all and give you 8mm.
And let's get for real. Don't confuse Nicolas Cage playing in a movie called National Treasure and him being a national treasure, because those are two different things.
Yo,
Like,
Nicolas
I
Cage,
don't
Nicolas
even
Cage was
refer to
also
him.
Nicolas Cage was also on Face Off. Y'all need to stop.
Hey, come
Okay.
on, money. Come on,
Y'all
man.
need to stop. Y'all need to stop with Nicolas Cage.
Y'all need to
hate.
put some respect on that man's name.
Look,
Dude, everybody loves
Nicholas
Face-Off,
Coppola.
man.
Nicholas Coppola gets no love from me.
Nicolas Cage in is very, 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 very hard to kill.
Remarkably difficult to kill. Sorry, Nicholas Cage.
I'm just
Okay, so I guess Nicolas Cage is pretty much a meme at this point.
Hey, no, man. Hey, I think he looked good with a mirror wig on his head. Personally.
Right? He
So,
can rock it.
Right.
He can rock it.
he'd be so cool and like riding on the back of like the Guardians motorcycle with a mirror wig.
He was already on the Guardians
Hey, look,
motorcycle and Ghost Rider.
Y'all playing, but y'all were hyped for Gone in 60 Seconds.
No.
Oh, okay.
No. Yeah,
I
See,
mess with Gone in 60
See,
seconds.
y'all
The
playing,
answer
but
to your
y'all were
question
down with
is-
that.
There was one scene in Gone in 60 Seconds, and that was when they put on Lowrider. I was with him right there. All he said was, okay, let's go.
All right, so
Okay. Just okay. For the record, and slightly, and I mean super slightly, I may have liked Con Air a bit. Okay.
Con Air was dope.
Con Air was dope.
see,
Okay.
okay, so
See,
now we all of a sudden mentioning movies we like, and he keeps getting more and more movies, right? Money.
No.
Dude, a
Right.
broken clock is right twice a
Twice
right
a
at
day.
least twice a day, dude.
Two
Come on,
times a
son.
day.
That's what I said. Nicolas Cage got dope movies.
Come on, man.
Got money. Nicolas Cage got dope movie.
Got two dope movies. He has Con Air. He has Con Air, and he has Face Off. Like Castor Troy is a thing. Other than that,
Yes.
Gone in
yes.
60 Seconds, you could have put Keanu Reeves in Nicolas Cage place.
Absolutely anyone, dude.
I'm saying you can put Keanu Reeves in anybody's place.
Right,
You can put
come
Keanu
on,
Reeves-
man.
You can put Keanu Reeves in Will Smith's place and be
That's
like,
not
"Ah,
true. Up
that's
until
very
Keanu
true."
Reeves was John Wick, until that point, he was Ted Theodore Logan to me.
Dude, you remember that
In
Keanu
every
Reeves was
movie.
Neo, right?
Ted Theodore Logan
exactly.
in a
Matrix.
trench coat.
Come on, hey, West Coast shit, Matrix, man. Come on.
Come on,
Ted
man. You
Theodore
remember,
Logan in a trench
you
coat.
remember Keanu Reeves was Neo, right?
Yeah, y'all got to put
Ted
some respect
Theodore
on that
Logan.
man's name. Speed?
You gotta put some respect on
Hey, I say, Speed made him a legit action star.
Come
okay?
on, man.
Hey, and by the way, and since y'all mentioned it, man, I don't know how y'all feel about this. I'm all in that new Will Smith movie. I'm all in.
Oh,
Gemini
Gemini Man?
Dude,
Yo,
dude.
I can't wait to see it. I can't wait to
Money,
see it.
I am so in, dude. Oh my god, dude.
Yeah.
Hey,
Can't
so look,
wait to see it.
Oz, you talk to us about that Gemini movie, and we're going to take a quick commercial break because that's how long it's going to take them to tell us about it. We'll be right back.
Really, like, if we got a whole break, this ain't like
Are
when we
you
do
starving for
commercials where
comics?
we like, all right,
Do you
everybody
covet the classics
Yeah,
or the
we
newest
talking about the
copies
commercial?
of our
This is
favorite
This is
comics?
hilarious.
Ooh, that All-Star Superman,
We
Watchmen,
just
and
took
remember
over
the
the commercial
Sandman?
break.
Heroes and Dragons can remedy that. They've been around for more than 30 years with the homegrown family atmosphere. Who's doing it like that? Marvel, DC, collectibles, toys, it doesn't matter. They have what you want. Go see them. Ask for York. Heroes and Dragons, located at 1807 Bush River Road, Columbia, South Carolina.
All right, if
Tell
you
them
are
Defy
live,
Life
so
sent
if
you.
you do put on anything live, Chargers and Cardinals literally.
And we are back, and yes, I did grab a beer, as I said, to join the alcohol
Good.
gang. And definitely check out Heroes and Dragons in Columbia, South Carolina. Ask for York. Tell them Defy Life sent you. We're reaching out, man. We're branching out all over the place. So definitely check them out for all your comic book needs, your blurred needs, any of that stuff. They got it. We're going to have to go down there and make a trip one day, Oz.
I'm ready, man.
All right. Here's my other one's got to go. Hopefully this one's a little bit harder. One of these actors never portrayed their iconic role. Chris Evans
Oh
is
my god.
Chris Evans is Captain America. Robert Downey Jr. as Iron Man. Tom Holland as Spider-Man. Hugh Jackman as Wolverine.
Jesus. Dude.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Dude.
All very
Yes.
iconic in their own way in their role.
You,
You want to go ahead and start with me so you can all just be mad at me?
Oh,
Get him.
can't wait to hear this.
Hugh Jackman can go.
Wow, that's
Oh, wait, see, at a certain point, West Coast Jay is just like, I'm going to just be controversial. I don't care.
No, this isn't that. There's logic behind this.
explain.
If there's no Downey
wait
Jr.,
to hear this.
there's no MCU.
Mm-hmm. Get him. Come on.
Straight up, if there's no Downey Jr., there's no MCU.
It's true, because Tom Cruise ain't doing it, dude.
He wasn't gonna. That we couldn't have had Jake Gyllenhaal there. That couldn't have been Johnny Depp. Nicholas Coppola could not have been Tony Stark. Keanu Reeves could not have been Tony Stark.
George Clooney could not have been Tony Stark.
George Clooney couldn't even be Bruce Wayne. So he
Oh,
came
God.
Tony Stark.
West Coast. I unequivocally, undoubtedly, 100% agree with you that no one else could have been Tony Stark except Robert Downey Jr.
Except Downey Jr.
Hey,
So without Downey Jr., there's no MCU.
True.
Now, Chris Evans, it took till Winter Soldier before I was really on board with him.
Hated that first Captain America outfit. Hated it.
Right. It took till Winter Soldier, but I was on board with him. He became my Captain America.
That's right.
Because every other Captain America I'd ever seen was either a comic or a cartoon.
Yeah. True.
Tom Holland had me at hello. He was my favorite Spider-Man from the beginning, and I like money. That's one of my favorite characters on Earth.
Yeah.
Now, Hugh Jackman looked like Wolverine in the face.
Mm-hmm.
And he took the roids and got big like Wolverine. But Hugh Jackman from the beginning was too big a dude.
A foot and a half too tall?
On top of that, now that the MCU, now that Disney and Marvel have the X-Men back, I am almost prepared to Control-Alt-Delete the X-Men.
Mm-hmm.
And let the Marvel Cinematic World, actual Marvel Studios, handle their business. Dude who played Billy Butcher could be Wolverine.
True.
So it's nothing against Hugh Jackman because he did a great job. He was always too big.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think you portrayed Wolverine well.
Yeah.
Because he's a great actor. He's a good actor.
Like he did a great job. He was just he's physically too big. And for as good as their casting has been since when the Avengers and then started, their casting has been almost perfect most of the time. You know what I mean?
So
they have been on point most of the time.
Do you know who should have played Old Man Logan? The cat who should have played Old Man Logan was what's his face? Aaron who played Kang or whatever from Black Panther. And he's going to direct he's going to direct the next one.
He could have been Wolverine. He could have been Logan because he wasn't. It was like Hugh Jackman is simply too big.
Yeah, like his body. He's short. You know,
stocky.
He's short and stocky. Like Wolverine Logan has always been a Barney Rubble dude who can kick your ass. You
Straight
know?
up.
Yeah. So he's always been that cat to me. You know,
like Hugh Jackman could have been Sabretooth. He's that much bigger.
Oh yeah, he's just like, you know, he like I said, he literally is like a foot and a half too tall for the role.
Money.
But, yeah.
What about you?
I'm gonna agree with West Coast.
Yeah,
I can't because I can't see. I can't see. I mean, I really like the Andrew Garfield Spider-Man. I really did.
Mm-hmm.
And Spider-Man's my
He's a
like
victim
all
of a
time
bad movie.
favorite superhero. So I'm very, very, very partial. Anyone that plays Spider-Man. So there might be some bias there, but I gotta go. Like I said, I unequivocally agree with West Coast on the Tony Stark thing. So I'm gonna go with Hugh Jackman also.
Okay, Oz.
Man, so again, this is just a very easy and simple example of why I love having Money and West Coast Jay on the show. So this insightful and smart. So look, man,
and quick.
I'll try to. Maybe we'll see another Spider-Man. Fine, Tom Holland. Amazing Spider-Man. He is the Spider-Man for me. And again, I'll be quick about this. The reason why Spider-Man is awesome, why people love Spider-Man, because you have this guy, he gets these powers, and he's still a fucking nerd. He can only be Mr. Smarty Pants wise when he puts a mask on, like we all fucking do. Like we, he shows us how you can either wear the mask and be an asshole or wear the mask and do something right. That's why we like Spider-Man. Anyway, so I'm loving this because Hugh, you're gone. Who cares?
Okay.
Because it goes like this. It goes like this. You lose Chris Evans as Captain America. Okay, people still are just going, okay, Human Torch, whatever. He sucked. But yeah, everything else, yeah. I'm with it.
Okay. Well, I'll just go ahead and stir the pot up a little bit. I'm gonna get rid of Tom Holland.
Of course you are. Dude, so Ridley Scott, this is like from three shows back.
Stop it.
You need to have an intervention and get over this Tom Holland thing you got with Spider-Man.
It really is kind of a fascinating beef. Like
it is insane.
I get that you love Andrew Garfield and you feel like he was the victim of a bad movie, which is true. However, Tom Holland has been the best Spider-Man that I've seen live action the whole time.
I won't say he's been the best Spider-Man.
But Money, would you say, and let me get your opinion, the truest representation of Spider-Man?
Of Peter Parker and
of Peter
Spider-Man.
Parker. I get it. Yes, exactly.
I think back.
That's close. That's close.
If not who, then? If not
think
who?
back to Civil War.
Dude,
and the first time they fought.
I love Andrew Garfield as Spider-Man. But, however, a young Peter Parker, he probably fits the physique, maybe in the age a little more closely. But I will say, caveat, I love Andrew Garfield. I did.
He was great, man. It was wise. It was a good choice.
Nailed it. I thought he nailed it.
Like, I'm not mad at Andrew Garfield. Don't get it twisted.
Absolutely not, dude.
Like I said, he is the victim of a bad movie, but he did a good job. But Tom Holland has been. He looked and acted the most 16-year-old-ish.
Hey man,
right.
Andrew,
it's young as shit. So
Andrew can go to Comic-Con and get his money and be iconic for the rest of his life.
Every year.
Every year, and it's cool, and he's earned it. But man, Tom is awesome. When Tom busted out in Civil War,
dude, asking questions while he's fighting, like he had me dying.
Yeah,
calling Captain America sir.
Dude.
He had me rolling.
Where you from, kid? Come on, man. Come on, dude.
Well, that's who I'm taking. My favorite Spider-Man movie is Spider-Man 2, so I will always be partial to Tobey Maguire because that's who I grew up with. So that's gonna, and I know you're right about the comic accuracy of Hugh Jackman as Wolverine, but if Hugh Jackman wasn't Wolverine, I can't say that I would be as invested in any of those X-Men movies as I was, because like we've talked about, he's a great actor, and him being oversized, I think, and still being as loved and accepted in the role, I think that's a testament to him. So that's why I can't take him off. Chris Evans is Captain America, and nothing else needs to be said about Robert Downey Jr. So
it's true.
Tom Holland is the one who is just kind of the odd man out, because if he wasn't Spider-Man, I'd still have my favorite Spider-Man.
Regular Scott, I'm gonna push back on you, not just because I love doing it, but just just because this actually is accurate now. So Hugh Jackman is Huge Assman, whatever. That dude is great, but you know what? People loved him. But if you think about it, back to the very first X-Men, people were excited to have Patrick Stewart because they're like, "Oh my God!"
Patrick Stewart was the key.
He is Professor X. Don't forget, it was Wolverine and Professor X that people were excited to see. Man, that's the thing.
And that's
Patrick Stewart. But let's put it like this: Patrick Stewart allowed us to overlook Halle Berry's Storm.
Dude, and and West Coast J, let's put it like this. Actually, Patrick Stewart and Hugh Jackman from the first X-Men to Old Man Logan have been the glue for that whole universe. They've been the ones. Okay, so it's both of those cats.
That is just adding to my point. Him as an actor. No, it does. Him as an actor, as what you two said, has been one of the linchpins of the X-Men franchise. So him as
both of them.
Well, right, but he's still one of them, right?
I hear you. So Professor X, if Professor X was not Patrick Stewart,
thank you.
I'm not watching the X-Men ever, no matter who Wolverine is.
And I got a million Trekkies that got our back too. Don't worry about it.
Jean-Luc, like, for real.
Yeah, I don't know if I agree with that. I think I'm not saying Patrick Stewart didn't help, but I think Hugh Jackman more than held his own, and as an actor, he is the one I would take over Tom Holland.
He's amazing. He's a great actor at what he does. But you got to think about it. When that first X-Men movie came out, the selling points were Halle Berry, Patrick Stewart, then Hugh Jackman, dude. Patrick Stewart.
Because we didn't really know who Hugh Jackman was.
Nobody knew Hugh Jackman. He was introduced to the world.
He earned his right to be Wolverine, dude.
Correct. Patrick Stewart. If Patrick Stewart was not Professor X, who would have been?
I really hated Wolverine's origin, and I really hated Wolverine 2, whatever the fuck the name of that shit was.
Oh, he was terrible, dude.
So that made me kind of bump him down a little bit. Like, he was good in the X-Men movies, but his origin stories, I was like, oh my God, this shit is, I can't stand it.
Ryan Reynolds had to put him in Deadpool to apologize for being,
I thought Reynolds did a better job than it was a better movie. It was like a Deadpool movie. Like, it should have been a Deadpool movie. And then the second one with the way he was in Japan and all, I was like, what is this?
I like that one. I like the
you like awesome. That one?
I like the one in Japan. His stories in Japan are really good.
Yeah, no, wait. The comic story in Japan is awesome.
That movie was really good,
but the movie story was awesome until you're like, wait, you're sucking what out of him? Wait, what's going on?
It was whack.
Yeah, dude. I mean, like there were so many. It turned into a typical not comic movie, but Hollywood movie where 3/4 of it was awesome, and then the last tidbit you're like, fuck. Really?
I don't know about that.
All that fight, all that build up, all that fight, and he literally just slices the little dude.
Come on, dude. Exactly, man. Money. Exactly, dude.
I was like, what?
like you saw tidbits of awesomeness. Like you're like Wolverine getting in the bunker. Right. Come on, man. Yeah.
He could have just done this shit in minute 6 and the movie was over. Like it wasn't. Nah, I wasn't feeling that because of the ending didn't captivate me or make it wasn't a wow moment.
Yeah,
Right?
and get it straight, man. For the first X-Men, again, you had Patrick Stewart, Halle Berry, and Ian. Everybody else was just kind of like trying to fill out their roles and stuff, man. And you're just excited to see these people you're excited to see the characters come to life. That's the thing, man.
Like to give you an example, who played Cyclops?
James Marsden.
Exactly.
James Marsden. What do you mean?
Okay.
What do you mean? He's
that.
a very established actor.
No, he's not.
But
What
I
are
did
you
not know
talking
that
about? He
until
is.
you just told me. He just did a great job as Cyclops, as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah.
He looked like Scott Summers and did Scott Summers things.
Yes, he did.
Okay, name 3 movies he's been in. Established actor.
What's the movie about the old horror movie where
Exactly.
No, I just can't think of the name of the movie. What's the name of the movie?
What do you mean exactly?
He can't think of the name.
No, I'm about to tell you. I just can't think of the name of the movie.
He's describing the movie.
What's the name of the movie where the guy takes over his house with his girl and he like gets revenge on him while they're locked in the house? It's an old horror movie.
Psycho.
No, they're like out on the farm and stuff, and it's got Alexander Skarsgård and Kate Bosworth.
Amityville Horror?
No, that's Ryan Reynolds. I can't think of what that movie is.
Then I think you are actually literally proving Oz's point.
Thank you. Regular Scott, you understand what I'm saying to you?
Children of the Corn. Money is throwing a Hail Mary.
No, it's not Children of the Corn. Hold on. I gotta find it.
Money,
now.
West Coast Jay. Why do I feel like we're on another battleground or quiz show? So
a little bit.
Straw Dogs.
Brett, come on, man.
Straw Dogs. He was in.
Bro, you should have brought up Nicholas Coppola.
The first one or the second one with Little Shorty in it?
The second one.
Okay, the remake. Okay,
Yeah,
I
the remake.
fucks with the remake. Yeah, that was actually good.
That's the one I'm thinking of.
Never seen it.
Never seen it.
That's on you. He was in Two Guns.
What?
He
Two
was
Guns.
in
Okay.
Superman Returns.
Yeah, we know that. Yeah.
Okay, so if you know that, why are you asking me what he was in?
Because
I
he was
didn't
in
know
Superman
that.
Returns right about the time he was also in the X-Men, dude.
Well, he was all we saying is he wasn't a bum.
Right.
That's all I'm saying.
And
Is
all
that he
I'm
wasn't
saying
an
is
unknown.
he was great as Cyclops. And
Right,
I'm
exactly.
simply giving it a testament to
Yeah.
Marvel's casting ability in general.
Right.
They've done a great job in
Yeah.
general.
Your girl
they
was
have.
awesome as
I
Phoenix and
agree.
Jane Grey. Yeah.
I don't disagree with that, but Tom Holland has the least impact on me.
Okay. And I accept that. But Tom Holland had the most impact on me as Spider-Man because of the way that he talked while he was in the mask.
Yeah.
Like the little things that he would say, because he's literally in a fight asking questions. He sounded like Peter Parker to me.
and he had me how he acted outside of the mask. Just all the crazy insecure man. I love that cat. Man.
He sounded like Peter. He sounded like Peter Parker. to
He
me.
sounded like Peter Parker. Like when I flip through the comics and I read them and I look at the words that he's saying, the things that are in the thought bubbles, like he sounded like what Peter sounds like.
But regular, I respect your choice. To me, it'd still be Hugh. It'd still be Hugh. But I respect your choice. I respect your choice.
No, it's cool. I don't mind standing on my island by myself.
You have to whenever I'm on the show. If you ever notice that, you be disrespected I was when I ain't around.
Dude, hey, West Coast. Every second this cat dude. Even though shots fired because even the last show this dude was playing me, dude. He was like, oh man, he was doing Black Bolt silences. I was like, what's going on, man? He was like, I can't speak loud. I can shatter mountains. I was like, what is going on? Yeah.
Oz got to make sure he get his speeches in, so I know how to give him enough time the week before. So.
Yeah, I mean, in your defense, like Oz gives it, like I do. Like I said, I done got 3 sheets sheared, and so I know that gives you enough time to get the witty retorts you get.
Right.
Man,
right.
West Coast Jay literally said that he has made a sweater out of the
Dude,
sheepskin.
I have sheared the sheep, and now I have the knitting needles out. I know what's going on.
All right, well let's get into what's supposed to be the meat of our conversation, the boys. Spoilers. This is just the open conversation.
Hey, hold on, wait. Don't we have emails to get to too?
Yeah, we're not gonna have time for that. I know Money want to get to his football.
Man, we get to the emails, dude.
I gotta get to them cats, man.
See, yeah, we'll have to save those emails for next week.
I gotta get to them cats, man.
Yeah, we got to save them emails for next week.
Okay. All
right, so let's talk to boys. Just open dialogue. We're not going to go through every episode. Let's just kind of talk about some of our favorite characters. I'd like to start. Homelander is arguably my favorite character going right now.
He's the one. He was. I've never seen anything quite like him.
No,
like if the Brightburn, because I feel like the Brightburn kid wouldn't even grow up to be Homelander.
No, Homelander is a special breed.
I agree. Yo, I was telling some cats at work. If you haven't seen The Boys, check it out. I was like, "What's it about?" I was like, "No, you gotta watch it." But I was like, "Okay, if you've seen Brightburn, imagine Brightburn growing up to become what he is when you see him as a kid." And then I thought, but that still doesn't do Homelander justice. Like,
not at all.
Not at all.
Homelander is something else, man.
Do you know why?
I'm gonna shut up now. I didn't want to steal your thunder, but I just wanted to comment on your comparison to Brightburn. But you can go ahead.
No, we're all good. Like you can have kept going because Homelander is a different. I've never even the only thing that I could have compared him to was Injustice Superman, but he was like that the whole in the first 6 minutes of the episode. Did you play the spoiler alert noise?
Oh no, don't worry. This is full on spoiler alerts the entire time.
In the first 30 seconds. After Maeve busts up the what you call it, and he just shows up and when he just tossed the dude like Hancock,
right,
and then turns around, you boys all right? I was in, like,
and I love the fact that we never actually found out what his weakness is, or if he even has one.
Oh, he's got one. It's not a weakness.
Have a weakness.
Sorry.
He doesn't have one because his only weakness, as far as the show is concerned, was that woman.
Yep. Oh, but he's got a couple, like,
But that's not part of the show yet.
Well, no. But your typical,
we don't know about that yet.
In your typical Superman fashion, he's got his things. The weaknesses we haven't, but one of his.
Well, don't tell us because we haven't seen the show yet.
No. You have, and they said it was very subtle. It was like subtle. It was as subtle as breathing when they said it.
It said people.
No.
What was it?
He can't see through zinc.
That's not a weakness. Yeah, that's not what are you talking about?
That's not how you destroy him.
Yeah, that's not
one
a
of the
weakness.
things to exploit. And so I also said this.
hey, money. He just getting his rants on, dude. I don't know what that had to do with a weakness.
Hey, and I would say, Dope Brightburn versus Homelander will kick Brightburn's ass because of this.
Well, first of all, Brightburn is 7.
Brightburn had a mom and dad for a couple years.
Oz, what does that have to do with Homelander's weakness? It has nothing to do with his weakness.
Did he just throw a smoke bomb?
He did. He just threw a smoke bomb.
Yeah, it did. It was a smoke grenade. It's fine.
What are you talking about right now?
It was a Roman candle. They're gonna, I had thought about this. Well, hey, I had thought about this. Let me get another sip of beer. So when we get into season 2, they're gonna the biggest thing we get. His son's gonna fuck him up.
All right, well, don't tell us what's gonna happen. I want to be surprised because I haven't read the comic.
No, dude, that cat ain't got the comic from after episode number 2, it deviates from the comic way. Okay.
All right. Well, because you were talking about a weakness, and then you said something about he couldn't see through some type of plastic, and then
no. In the show,
it's zinc.
You remember in the show, they put fucking Invisible Man, whatever his name is,
translucent,
dude.
the greatest, man.
Who I really did not get enough of. I really wanted more translucent, but whatever. Like I know that's no shade at all at the show, but I wanted more. I wanted more of translucent, and I wanted more of Lamplighter. Lamplighter sounds like
we're gonna find out more about Lamplighter though.
Lamplighter sounds like a devious, burning ass motherfucker that just burns up shit for no reason. Like, so I really wanted more Lamplighter, but my bad. I want to be. I want to say it. I'm sorry. My bad. I'm gonna shut up. I'm sure that. Go ahead, Oz. My bad.
No, you good.
So okay, so I'll say this. Homelander did, because they have him looking mad sinister and mad shady, right? But I will say this. And I don't revert back to the comics often when I'm watching the show, but in the comics, so on the plane scene, on the airplane scene, Homelander does the things that the reasons that he gives why he can't save everyone in the comics, he does actually try those things. And so the reasons that he's giving Maeve are the reasons why he are the legit comic reasons. So like he tries to lift the plane and he punches through it. And he's already done the calculations in his head about trying to fly everyone to the Earth and fly back to the plane, and he already knows he can't save everyone. So in the comics he did at least try those things, and those things failed. So it wasn't like he was just like, fuck these people. Like,
no, but that's what makes the show so awesome and perfect, though, man.
It seem like he was like, man, fuck these people. Like, let's get out of here.
Right.
Like,
straight up.
But
and at any given time, I just love the little subtle things about how everybody is fucking scared of him, dude. They're terrified. So when the happiest time when the whole group is when they're all together, because they know that Homelander will never do anything fucked up when they're all around. But notice, whenever he calls a meeting and it's just him, they're terrified. They're like, "Oh shit!"
I don't know.
Everybody walks in and pees a little. Like,
Black Noir does not show no fear. Like he don't look scared.
But remember what Homelander said. He said, you are all fucking up, except for you, Black Noir.
Y'all all fuck.
But he don't ever look scared anyway.
Keep it up. Black Noir was sitting over there like, yeah, I fuck this shit up.
Like, right. That's exactly how he was looking. Like, I wish you would say something to me.
Oh, yeah.
Black Noir is Batman.
Totally, dude.
Like, I think that's the answer. I think Black Noir knows how to kill Homelander.
Yeah.
He's a mixture of Black Panther and Batman.
Did you see the way he took out that girl, dude?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
He reminds me of Snake from G.I. Joe. He's got a little snake in him.
He's Snake Eyes in him, dude.
Snake
Eyes.
Black
Noir is Batman.
Snake Eyes arch nemesis.
Storm Shadow.
Storm Shadow. Yeah, he's both of them.
That's his Storm Shadow. You're right.
Man, he took that girl out,
Black
dude.
Noir looked like Deathstroke, Storm Shadow. He looked like every ninja ever. But the fact that Homelander was the only one that Homelander had to stop and be like, no, you're good. Everybody else, though, we got some work to do. Leads me to believe, because this is such an obvious Justice League parody,
right?
That Black Noir is Batman. He has to be the only one that knows how to kill him.
Yeah,
we'll see. I don't usually root for the. They've just done such a great job of making you the heroes are the bad guys.
Oh, they're totally the bad guys.
The heroes are the bad guys, and they've done such a perfect job of letting you see that man. And I'm like, what's Butcher gonna do now that he's completely lost his motivation? I would completely lose my motive. His whole reason for fighting is not an accurate reason for fighting.
But money. I'm confused though. I'm confused because I don't know if fucking Homelander actually raped her.
I don't think he raped her.
He didn't.
He didn't rape her. They said he did.
He didn't.
You know, because there's this whole thing where it was just this. She got enamored by a superhero that was like, I'm gonna play you, girl. You know, by a superhero fuckboy.
I think they now they didn't say this, but I think they definitely established the fact that Homelander didn't rape her, and that's just what Butcher thought.
Yeah,
Right.
that was his justification because he's like, I'm not as good as you.
Yeah, but Popclaw established it with her one line. Everybody's got a superhero fantasy.
Hey.
On a related side note to Popclaw,
yeah,
I have sold the show to a bunch of people just saying, a dude died eating ass.
Yeah.
He did that.
Man, he got a skull crush.
He definitely did that.
Like,
what a leap. I don't know this guy's name, but the guy that plays A-Train, what a leap from Survivor's Remorse, in his role in Survivor's Remorse to this role. Hats off. You killing it, brother. Like, I can't remember your name, but
I'm gonna look up his name just because
you killing it, man. He like and A-Train is one of my favorite characters. Like you can tell he's split. He's split between the hero role.
Yeah.
Being hooked on the
extra V that he's doing,
the extra V, and because he's not like a villain, but he's definitely addicted to this extra.
Dude, he's part of the ultimate football team that is always winning, and everybody loves him. And this cat is rehabbing. Listen closely. He is rehabbing his broken leg by pulling a freight train.
Pulling
a train.
You see him.
Well, he
attached.
He is exactly what happens when the overly cocky, arrogant jerk, that's the jock from high school, were to get superpowers.
Ooh,
that's him.
That's fair.
Well, a lot of them are, man.
Jesse T. Usher, just FYI, his name is Jesse T. Usher.
Also, because he's addicted to that drug, man.
Well, that's part of it too. That's part of it too. But you could tell he was the jock in high school.
Oh man, I'm gonna tell you, me watching A-Train throughout the whole thing, in the little corner of my mind, I kept thinking of The Last Boy Scout for some reason. You know?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That first scene in The Last Boy Scout, straight up.
You know what I mean? It just kept going through my head, man.
Hey, so let me ask you guys about a specific scene. There wasn't a lot of special effects, which I thought was cool. It was more of a grounded, even though it had a lot of powers, it was more of a grounded type show. Money, I'll start with you. Were you surprised when Homelander shot old girl in the eyes?
Okay, so if you've seen Brightburn, it took me. I feel like, and I was telling some cats at work this. If you've seen Brightburn, I think I don't know which was produced first or whatever, but I feel like either the show took inspiration from the movie or the movie took inspiration from the show. But there's definitely a scene in Brightburn that kind of mimics that scene.
Yeah, absolutely. I didn't even think about that till you said that.
Yeah.
But I feel like that is a very intimate punishment from that
money. You're brilliant. That's so true.
It was like because if you watch the show, man, Homelander be fucking people up with them eyes.
He's dangerous, dude. Like, he's a problem.
He be fucking people up with them eyes.
When he's threatened or surprised,
he's definitely
he gets
a problem.
You with the eyes, dude.
So for him to do that, I felt like that was very, very intimate. And if you watch Brightburn, he only did that with his pops.
Yep.
And so very, very, very intimate. So I felt like, that was a way of saying like, yo, you really, really hurt me. Like you hurt me. Like you broke all trust.
And he told her. He told
straight
her.
up. Yeah. Like we are back to I echo every sentiment that Money got. Like we are right back to that. He looked her like there's a bunch of ways to die. There's a bunch of ways to kill. But if you want to be up close and personal and you have laser eyes, you look them in their eyes and you kill them.
Hey, because
if you mean it.
It's true, because there were a couple times when he looked at that baby and he was going to take that baby out.
Kill the baby.
Dude, there were a couple
honestly,
times when he looked at that baby.
Honestly, the baby's dead.
We don't know that. We don't know that.
Unless the baby's a suit.
Hey, we don't. Hold on. We don't know that. Homelander could have very easily saved the baby too.
Unless the baby's a suit. But
yeah, unless the baby's a suit. Yeah.
I assume that the baby's gone. But I feel like Homelander knew from jump. Like once he found it, once Shorty like said the little difference from what the doctor said, I feel like he knew what was gonna go down, and he just wanted, and he was just so intrigued by Butcher, like actually like standing up to him, not having any fear or anything.
You
like
ain't
that.
scared of me. Your heart is racing, but you're not scared of me.
I feel like that really intrigued him. So I feel like the baby might be gone, but I feel like, because think about it. I'll make one more point about the intimacy. When he looked at the new. What's the bright girl's name? I can't remember her name now.
Starlight.
Well, yeah, when he looked at Starlight, he was like, the laser eyes came out. He was like, "Yo, don't make me fuck you up in here." And then when he looked at little Shorty, he was like, "Yo, don't make me fuck you up in here." And then when he was talking to the Deep, he had his hands around the Deep neck, like, "Hey, don't make me fuck you up in here." But when he got to Shorty, the administrator or whatever. Yo, he was eye to eye. It was so intimate. It was so intimate.
Yeah, because this dude could have bit her thumb off when he was sucking on her thumb. He was so caring with her and looking through with his X-ray eyes. People were just like, "My God, Homelander, you're so egotistical. Look at your own image." You weren't. You were looking at this woman.
His feelings were hurt. Yeah, his feelings were hurt.
Yeah.
So I feel like
he got in his chest over her.
He killed her like that because his feelings were hurt. And everyone else, he was just like, "Yo, I'll fuck you up."
And peep game too. He doesn't know what kind of feelings he has because he's never had a chance to really express his feelings.
He tried with May.
Was raised in a lab, dude.
But he tried with May.
And I want to touch bases. Like I want to talk about the whole laser eyes and heat eyes and that intimacy. What you guys have been saying is spot on. Even from Apollo, from the Authority to Superman, when they put their eyes on you and they say burn, that is them saying you have fucked up and you're gone.
Right,
you're gone.
Right. Gotta go.
Yeah, they don't scream these words. They just say burn and that's it. And that's exactly what he said. You're done. Okay, we're cool. Now, here's the thing for you all. My thought on all this was, I love that cat. I want to get his name, but the CEO who was supposed to quote unquote retire.
Yeah, the black dude.
There is nothing saying this cat, being the owner of all that, has not experimented on all those drugs. Okay. So let's also put that in the back of our head that this cat may have some powers too.
You think
We're talking about Giancarlo Esposito?
Oh, he's so good.
Giancarlo Esposito as Dan Edgar.
You think he done took some V5 or V7 or whatever?
Man, money.
What is the drug called? I can't think of it.
It's like Compound V.
Compound V. Yeah.
So look, man, you own this company, and let's just reason it out. I'm wrong a lot of the time, except for when I'm talking to regular Scott. But let's reason it out, man. You own this company that produces this drug that you have been experimenting with for like the last 30 years with people. You ain't ever going to take that drug and like get some superpowers yourself?
Well, I don't know, because keep in mind that the Compound V, the whole racket around Compound V is a Homelander mission. It's like a Homelander little side plot. Like
that's true too.
Homelander is the mastermind behind the little thing that's going on with Compound V. I don't even think the rest of them know.
Man, I feel like that CEO knows all this crazy stuff, man.
I feel like he has to know.
I don't think he does. I don't think he does. I agree with Money on that, because I think Homelander did that on his own because he knew it would get her in good graces with old girl.
Well,
like I think everything he did was to impress her, like was for her. You know what I mean?
Or at least the self-preservation.
Right, or at least the self-preservation.
At least the self-preservation, because he wants to be so involved with like the military and the U.S. government and all of that. Like he needs to create a reason to create a sense of urgency.
And,
Hey,
you know,
so
and you know, I
money,
think,
money,
and I think
Red
another
Sky.
thing what you said is true. Like, I think with that, and I think he wanted to show her, like, I can do this on my own. Like, I don't need somebody. Because remember, he got upset about her writing the speech for him. So I think this is him showing that he can do this on his own. Like, look at this plan I came up with and carried out on my own. And because, you know, he made, like you said, he made that big deal about that speech being written for him. And, you know, that was one of the main themes throughout the show was how the government was kind of driving the storyline with all the different superheroes. Like Starlight, for example, she, you know, they pretty much made a documentary about her without actually filming anything of her. They just used clips that were already out in the media. Like, that was a very central theme in the entire show, and I think that was a big part of what Homelander was trying to accomplish with that Compound
true,
V.
but I will remind you all of some simple facts here.
Okay.
I love all that. What you guys are saying is very accurate about Homelander, but let's get back to the nitty gritty.
This means, hey, West Coast Jay, Oz is telling you to go ahead and start knitting because this is about to be a 30-minute rant.
My Afghan game is,
he's been trying to start it for like 10 minutes if you've been hearing.
Start the spelunking right now. Let's get back to the original thing about this.
Okay.
They had Homelander in a lab since he's been a baby. Do you not think that they, as they said, tested, prodded, and tried that guy? The CEO is behind all that, dude. He's aware of all those experiments. He's not unaware of that. So I feel like they have a contingency plan with them cats, dude.
Yeah, that makes a bunch of sense to me.
Dude,
and
listen to they even said, don't worry, we'll replace this one. When he hugged that one woman, oh my God, they know his powers.
Dude, and it's clear that he's done it before, and it's clear. It's kind of like the
God.
Deep, where everybody just sort of don't even look over there, act like we ain't tripping.
West Coast J, repeat offender, okay?
Don't even look over there. Just act like we ain't tripping. People like him.
Yeah, because we don't want that cat to break through the doors. Let's just keep him contained. Oh, the CEO is aware, okay?
Like
I think he's aware of Homelander, but I don't know if he's aware of what Homelander did.
I feel like I'm with Oz in this one. I feel like he has to know because Stillwell is new, technically. Like, and by new, I mean he didn't get her as a handler until he was already an adult.
Yeah.
So who handled him before that?
Yes. She was the one. She was probably the only one that he hasn't killed yet.
Mm-hmm. Or the thing is, like Elizabeth Shue again. I need to give a quick shout out to Elizabeth Shue, and also
every time.
A special shout out to Jennifer Beals on Swamp Thing because she is my favorite all time ever. Anywho. Like, me and my dad laughed about that, too. He was like, you always had a thing for Elizabeth Shue and Jennifer Beals. You've always had a thing for Jennifer Beals. Like, and I always will.
Flashdance.
Anyway.
Flashdance, baby. Flashdance.
Anyway, though. But she didn't become, like, she seduced him. Like, the things that she was doing, those are old seducing.
Yeah. Yeah.
She thought she was seducing.
Well, no, she was doing it well for a while. She mothered him. She gave him the thing he didn't have, which was a mom.
Mm-hmm.
And then she, like everybody else, to be quite honest, they had a superhero fantasy. Yep. She fell for it. She went through it, and then
I'm not going to say she fell for it because in the very end she admitted, I'm actually scared of you.
Well, terrified of you.
I think everyone that fucks around with Homelander ultimately ends up so afraid of him that he bends them to his will because ultimately he's so powerful. Which is why if he has a weakness, I'm interested to see what it is because I feel like because remember she's in line to be the CEO, so if she can't neutralize Homelander. If she doesn't know the thing to neutralize him, who does?
Yeah, and also your boys too. He for the Homelander, he's just like, oh well, Elizabeth Shue, she betrayed me, but you know what? Hey Butcher, you know what, man? You're not scared of me. Your heart races. So you and my son are my new projects now.
Y'all are my homies now, right? Like
You're my new thing.
You're my look. Let me show you what I found out, so you can see it too.
Hey, because the mom, if we're gonna be truthful, the mom has no purpose unless she can reproduce again. Because he's just like, I had you. That's it. You know, you're nothing to me. You made me a kid. So the kid and Butcher are the new toys for this cat, man.
I took that last scene in a completely different way. I took that last scene as the Butcher the entire time. He gives his monologue is saying, I want to hurt you because that's what you did to me. And the way to hurt you, he realized, was, oh, girl. But little did he know that Homelander had already figured out old girl. So he knew he couldn't hurt her. So at that point, Butcher's like, all right, well, I guess I might have...
fuck it.
Yeah, Butcher was like, Butcher was planning to risk it all. Like, he was willing to give it all up. Homelander knew. I don't think he's taking him there to be his pet. Homelander took him there because he's like, this is going to hurt you way more than it's going to hurt me.
Strictly went there.
And I think like that was his main thing, was showing him that they're living their life, and the babies out there is showing them that. Hold on, Oz. And showing them that this is how comfortable they are without you. This is going to hurt you more, knowing that they're living this comfortable life without you, and you've been spending your whole life trying to get revenge on me.
Dude, he's all about hurting people. He burned a woman's grandkids.
Yeah, he had Lamplighter burn them to the point where they weren't even.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't think it had anything to do with him wanting those to be his projects. I think that was just an attempt to be you're trying to hurt me. This is what I can do to you at any, like, I can show you this at any time, and this will crush you.
Right, but do you not understand that this guy, realizing that Butcher isn't afraid of him, he knows that he's got Butcher, the one thing that Butcher loves, and he's got a kid. Man, next season we're going to see Homelander interacting with Butcher on a different level, and Homelander trying to reconcile what it means to be with his kid. Because I think they're going to probably try and use the kid against him a lot. Because my thought was that Butcher was going to try and be like, cool, man, I'm going to get the kid, and we're going to try and figure out a way to fuck you up, since the kid has powers too.
Well, Butcher just found out the kid was alive.
Yeah.
Butcher
just found out his wife was alive.
Hey, can we all for a hot second?
Butcher has no plan.
Yeah.
No,
hold on. Go ahead,
Butcher about to spend half the season fucking recuperating. Like, he fucked up in the head.
But can we all just say something real quick, dude?
Hold on.
Let me finish. Literally, he spent the last 8 years trying to figure out, plan, and initiate the plan, recruit, all in the effort to destroy one being.
He's an asshole.
For something that he now realizes that this being didn't do. Not only did the being didn't do it, but his wife is still alive.
Mm-hmm.
She was complicit.
And his wife has a son. That this is this dude's son. Butcher's fucked up. So he has no plan.
He's mentally checked out.
My thing was, I think Homelander's going to use him to try and manipulate him. But can we just speak on one thing that we have not touched on?
How manipulate him?
Butcher. Wait, hold on.
The whole manipulation of Homelander was saving Butcher's life and taking him to his family.
Oh yeah,
exactly.
So what more manipulation would he do?
There will be more. But the point I wanted to say, one point is, what we have not discussed is, man, Butcher's a fucking dick. He was going to kill a baby.
With
for his revenge.
No regard for that baby's life.
Dude, that's the biggest point of all this, man. That is what revenge, they said that revenge and hatred will do. This dude was going to kill a baby and not care, and he did do it too.
Well, I mean, you got to remember, he thought. You got to remember where he was. You got to remember where he was in his mental. Not killing a baby. He don't know the baby. he was gonna equally sacrifice all of his friends, everybody he cared about.
Dude, wow, right?
To get back at Homelander. So the baby is irrelevant to me. It was more like, oh, these are all my friends. I served with these guys. I know these guys 20 years, and if they all die, fuck it. As long as I get Homelander. To me, that's the more that tells you more about Butcher's mentality and his hurt than anything. So that's what I'm saying. Homelander doesn't have to manipulate Butcher anymore. He's taken Butcher's whole reason to live away.
Yeah. So the second season has to involve the boys getting him back.
Right. So when he and here's another thing that I'll mention that goes back to my point. Once Homelander killed the Elizabeth Shue character, remember Butcher said "fuck it" and clicked the bomb. Butcher was like, "Fuck it, I'm gonna die."
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It's over now.
Exactly.
I'd rather have it.
So Homelander doesn't have to manipulate him anymore.
He's done.
Homelander literally saved him because he could.
To torture him more.
Yes, specifically for that reason. So the one thing that we have not talked about at all is the actual boys.
Yeah.
Frenchie was my favorite character.
Oh, I love Frenchie.
I enjoyed
Frenchie
Mother's
was my
Milk.
favorite character.
I like Mother's Milk.
Mother's Milk was hilarious. But it was the scene that got me with Frenchie was when he took the LSD and MDMA and he's sitting there staring at the TV. And the tortoise is on and he just pops up like, I know what to do.
Yes.
I know what to do. Like this is how he killed. When they killed Translucent, I was dying because his thought process was so out of the box.
They made Translucent really strong too. Like that dude had impenetrable skin. He was invisible. Yeah. Like he was a beast.
And he was a perv too, dude.
Yeah.
Oh god.
Translucent was a problem.
Yeah, he was a problem.
I ain't gonna say he was a perv, but
no, he was. He was in the
woman's
bathroom.
He was a perv. He was a perv. Your girl, the Wonder Woman-ish character, straight up was being an asshole to Starlight to say, I got to deal with this shit all the time. You got to be strong because I know this asshole is in the bathroom all the time.
Right. Like, don't ever let them see you like this. And Translucent, you're a fucking perv. And then she walks out. And dude reappears.
Yes.
Like, and I'll go. And I should go because she's probably right. Like, Translucent was hilarious. And I agree with you, buddy. I wish we would have got more Translucent because he was hilarious. But at the same time, the way that he was killed, Frenchie had me dying. Like, Frenchie was funny the entire time to me. Like, even the fact that he got recruited Kimiko. The way that he recruited her was just like, he was like, dude, I got to let her out.
Yeah.
I can't just leave. I gotta let her out. And when he let her out, all the thugs who were coming in there to kill them immediately said, don't open that door.
Yes.
They weren't even worried about them no more. Don't open that door. Don't let her out. And they did. And Kimiko is going to be interesting.
She ain't got nothing for Black Noir though.
Man,
well,
Black Noir.
Right now.
Hey, but she held her own. But Black Noir, god damn.
Yeah, not right now. She don't got nothing for Black Noir, but at the same time, like, you know, she's still alive, which means she's learned.
Hey,
and she heals.
She had some for A-Train.
Yeah, she heals.
She got some for A-Train. Like,
she has some for A-Train. Okay.
A-Train's gonna have some problems with her in a minute. Like, in a minute. And then on top of that, like, what happens to the Seven? Obviously, the Seven is, are they still there? Because Starlight played it well enough that nobody really knows what happened, except A-Train, who's no longer in the Seven.
Yeah.
And shout out to Dennis Quaid's son, who was the
Huey.
Yeah, Huey. Shout out to Dennis Quaid's son.
Yeah, and shout out to the Cusack family, Joan, John, and baby sister, who had me dying laughing as the publicist.
You know, and also, man, like, you know, shout out to the Americans who play Brits and to the Brits who play Americans. Okay.
Oh man, you know what? While we're giving shout outs, Shout out to Haley Joel Osment. I see
Out the
dead
blue.
people.
Haley Joel and the Billy Zane.
I see dead people. Shout out to Sixth Sense, man.
Wait, hold on.
Shout out
They
to Billy
put-
Zane
they
for
put the-
being Billy Zane.
They put the Phantom in The Boys. I love Billy Zane, dude.
I do too.
I love Billy Zane.
A lot of
Zane
shout outs in this one.
Was
man.
Billy Zane.
Oh, yeah.
As Billy Zane in the
Man, and again, can we just get back to Butcher? Why are you such a dick, man? He killed. One of the not the best scene, but one of the most telling scenes of the whole show was when your boy Haley or whatever was wanting to see his daughter, and he goes, I just hope you don't hate me. She's like, I don't know who you are. Man, I was like, oh my god, that was crazy.
And you know what you keep saying about the Butcher is why Homelander was my favorite, because even though Homelander is completely evil, like there's a reason.
So the Butcher.
Yeah, but I'm saying like there's a reason Homelander
Yeah.
is the way he is. Like he's been manipulated his entire life. Like all he wants to
Yes,
do is
dude.
prove to this woman that he truly cares about. That like I can do this, I deserve to be my own man, and he's just being taken advantage of. Butcher's just like he's a dick. Like he don't care about nobody but
Brandon
himself.
Scott,
And
more to
Homelander,
that.
Homelander just like I feel for Homelander. Like he has all that power, and yet he's the smallest man in the world on the inside.
He's got all that power, and all he wants to do is be unconditionally loved, dude.
That's it.
That's it.
He just wants somebody to really love him.
You know,
But with regard to the Butcher character, the most telling scene about Butcher is when Huey is sitting in the car and when you're with me, I'm with you, I am. And they're in the car and Huey was like, dude, why is everybody a cunt or a twat or twat? Like, how come everybody has to be that? And he was just like, well, I mean, whatever, but you're a good cunt.
right?
And Huey was just like, you're like, there's no reason for you to just be an asshole.
The whole thing is, all of this shit is because this dude got his feelings hurt.
Yep. And the real question is, overall, who are the heroes and who are the villains in this?
Totally.
Well, Starlight is clearly being portrayed as the singular hero in this entire thing. Like, I think she's the only one that didn't do anything wrong.
Yeah.
Right.
The middle America girl moves to the big city and is, she's manipulated.
Your mama's an
saves
asshole.
the thing. Her mom's an asshole. She saves the damn day.
I think she's the only one who didn't do anything. Like, even Huey ends up blowing Translucent up when he didn't have to.
God, I know, dude.
Yeah. But I feel like Huey had to.
He needed to do that for his own balls, but
I don't think it was for his own balls. I think it was because Homelander's a problem. And if Translucent got out in the moment, like Translucent walked away talking shit.
Oh my God. It would have been unlike
Man, there would have been some burning eyes for everybody.
That's what I'm saying. Everybody would have got it. But as soon as Homelander was gone and Translucent walked out talking shit. Like, he walked away talking to him any kind of way. Yeah, you made the right choice, but, whatever, yada, yada, yada. Yeah. And I'll be fine. Click, boom. Like, even the way the first episode ended and the second episode began, I was like, even watching pieces out of his hair.
Even the first episode where like, his girlfriend, this dude, low self-esteem, loser, has an awesome dope girl who believes in him. He's left with both her hands, and A-Train's just like, yo, man, I'm really sorry, but I believe I need to go see Homelander because he'll fuck me up worse.
Right.
Hey, so random question I just wanted to ask. I just been thinking about it. It's just random. Has nothing really to do with the storyline or plot. Who's faster, Homelander or A-Train?
Homelander, dude. Homelander is unstoppable.
It's
he
like
is literally
who's faster, Flash or Superman?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because once A Train hits water, like what can he do?
He'll run on water like Flash.
Can run on water like Dash and Flash.
Yeah,
all of them.
Superman can fly so fast he can literally reverse the rotation of the Earth.
Yeah,
and I think Homelander has that same capability.
Hey, shout out to the Superman movie, but that's one of the worst parts of that movie.
I know.
Agreed.
I know.
But you know, even if Homelander is like not nearly as fast as Superman in the speed of light, he's still faster than the A Train. And again,
yeah, because A Train almost lost to another dude.
Yeah, but juiced up A Train can run.
What can he do to Homelander though? He cannot do anything to that cat.
I'm not talking about any type of fighting. I just wanted to know who was faster.
Man, Homelander is the ultimate in that in that world. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I feel like juiced up A Train maybe.
Because he's fast when he's got that juice in him, man.
Right, maybe
it's true.
Juiced up A Train.
But then Homelander can fly though, you know?
All right. I was just curious. All right. Any final thoughts on The Boys? Money, we'll start with you. Final thoughts on The Boys. Okay.
Oh, money's gone, dude.
Oh, money's gone, huh? Money said, well, yeah, I got to watch this Panthers game. West Coast Jay, final thoughts on The Boys.
The Boys was one of the most amazing shows I have ever come across.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if you like dark, if you love the Justice League but understand the human aspect of not being a superhero, then The Boys is probably for you. Like, it gives you an insight into the human mind that a lot of things don't give you. So it was one of the best things I have ever seen. And again, Frenchie had me dying. So
all right, Uncle Oz, what do you think about The Boys? Final thoughts.
Ving Rhames in Mission Impossible when he grows up, he's going to be mother's milk. Okay? The Boys was great. I'll say this about The Boys. After watching The Boys and from the first episode of The Boys, I got kind of bummed out. I was like, man, I sure hope Watchmen is going to be good. You know, because they got a lot to live up to after The Boys. The Boys was great. Looking forward to season 2, if and when they do that. I love the whole thing about blurring the line. I love the subtle. I even love the little subtle lines. Even when Starlight's talking to the other girl, and she's like, "Yeah, I really did break my arm." You know, there's just so much cool stuff there. You know, I wish I could find out a little bit more about Lamplighter. You know, but. It's a great show, man. I'm in for the ride. It feels like the next couple of years are going to be great for the blurs and nerds.
Absolutely. Yep. Real good show. Real good conversation. Let's get into our final blow. Money. His final blow was he had to go. Shout out to the Panthers. West Coast Jay, what you got for the final blow?
I'm gonna give Money a shine right quick. Yo. You know what I'm saying? You need to listen to Fantasy Beasts. He gonna give you, this is your daily fantasy expert. Like, this is what he do. They dropping. If you do have a fantasy team, I would highly recommend, tuning in to Fantasy Beasts. Obviously the flagship. We be holding it down every Wednesday morning. And then, if you're not rocking with Defy Life, what is your life about? So that was my money that was for Money. And then for me, again, no apparent reason, shout out to Jennifer Beals. Elizabeth Shue and all the other, they were the idols of the 80s, that have become still idols. I love you all. The Boys was one of the most amazing shows I have ever seen. Like, I hope you guys really do give it a shot. Pay attention. If you're not in the first 6 minutes, it's not for you. Know that.
True that.
So true.
True
so
that.
True.
Oz, what you got for the final blow?
The Boys is a great show. You all should be invested in it. Thanks for listening to our show, everyone. The usual. Watch Young Justice. I believe Titans is about to pop in another month. Is that right?
It's pretty close.
Yeah. Like in September, it's about to go. I'm excited for that. I'm going to work harder to not interrupt, but probably not. Yeah, man. It's like I said, it's a good time for the blurtisms. So,
no doubt.
Real talk.
No doubt. Go ahead.
Scott, tell everybody where you can be found, because that's the one thing I don't know that we really did do.
Thank you.
Well, I touched on it a little bit when we were talking about the different shows, but you can find us on Twitter on Need for Marvel vs. DC. That's the number 4. You can email us at needformarvel@godefylife.com. And you can download our podcast anywhere podcasts are found. Shout out to West Coast Jay. Appreciate you coming on the show. Check out the Defy Life podcast every Wednesday. Check out Fantasy Beast with my man Money. Speak the Truth. Power's coming back soon. I'm excited for the final season. I'm Team Ghost all the way. Just thought I'd throw that out there. I'm not Team Tommy. I'm Team Ghost all the way. But definitely check those out. Shout out to Money. Appreciate you being on. I know you had to go watch the Panthers game. And as far as my final blow is, just keep checking out Defy Life, man. We got a lot of stuff going on. We're making moves. We got another show coming out. He was a guest on the Defy Life this week. Mm-hmm. He had a little spot on there, so there's a little plug for Defy Life. Check that out if you want to know.
The diagnosis. Look out for your boy Simba. Simba is holding it down.
There it is. Little plug right there. So West Coast, tell everyone you'll talk to them next time, because you'll be back.
I mean, I love you guys. The immortal Macho Man Vandal Savage. And I'm out.
Oz, tell everyone you'll talk to them next time.
As usual, everyone, peace and chicken grease.
Y'all have a good time, because we're going to have a good time until we talk to y'all next time. Peace. And chicken grease.
Yo, what up, my people? This is J.R. Glent from Defy Life. If you're looking for an in-depth, honest, at times hilarious conversation on anything from current events to sports to entertainment and more, check out myself, Alvin, Thomas, Gerald, and Yosh on the Defy Life podcast, dropping every Wednesday, available at godefylife.com and everywhere your favorite podcasts are available. And as always, if you're not rocking with Defy Life, what's your life about?
Got to pay the price. We make winning look easy. Welcome to Defy Life.